Hello, my name is Victoria Bradley. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to Trick Dog, a San Francisco bar that has shaken up the city and taken the international cocktail bar scene by storm. We will also discuss the uniqueness of Trick Dog, its impact on the community it serves, and I will make my case for why I believe that Trick Dog is not only the best bar in San Francisco or in the United States, but in the entire world. Let's get started. Here we have San Francisco, one of the most culturally diverse and individually complex cities in the country. San Francisco is a melting pot of styles and flavors where countless variable elements intermix to create a new vibe that is entirely unique. The city is full of rich history and culture, as well as some of the world's best and most unique food and beverage offerings. From this view, you can see where Trick Dog exists in relation to icons such as the Golden Gate Bridge in Alcatraz, just across the bay from Oakland. Getting closer still, you will notice that the neighborhood that Trick Dog calls home is also the home of several bars and restaurants. San Francisco's residents and tourists have a lot of competition for their business, particularly when it comes to food and beverage. The only way to survive in San Francisco is to stand out. Google refers to Trick Dog as a hip space for cocktails and small plates. This bar is all that and so much more. In 2018, Trick Dog was listed as number 44 on the world's 50 best bars list. Not too shabby for a bar that was founded only 5 years earlier. Trick Dog made a splash early on, but they didn't rest. In 2019, Trick Dog rose to number 42 on the same list. As I mentioned previously, Trick Dog was opened in 2013. These are the three gentlemen, Scott Baird, Josh Harris, and Jason Henton, who are responsible for its inception. So what is Trick Dog all about? Trick Dog is characterized by thoughtfully constructed drinks, a user-friendly experience, late-night comfort food, non-stop crowds, and most notably, quirky menus that rotate every 6 months. These rotating menus are what make Trick Dog the best and most uniquely appealing bar in the world. It is also essential to note that Trick Dog received the honor of the 2013 Eater Awards Bartender of the Year. Remember that the bar only came on the scene in January of that year. Yelp users have provided hundreds of images of Trick Dog so that folks like you and I can take a look inside without having to travel all the way to San Francisco. This image gives you a sense of what the main bar area looks like. This is another picture of the main bar. You can also see a little bit of the upstairs dining area. From this picture, you will get a sense of the unique beauty and style of the interior of the bar. These pictures will give you a sense of the non-stop crowds I mentioned. As you can see in the largest image, it is still daylight and there is a line out the door. Trick Dog is open every day from 3 p.m. to 2 a.m. Patrons like to take advantage of the early open, but there is really no beating the crowds. As you can see on the top right, the upstairs dining area gets crowded too. This picture was taken from upstairs, and as you can see, Trick Dog is characterized by vintage fixtures and furniture, as well as striking and beautiful artwork. The colors of the upstairs dining area are subtle in some ways and bold in others, and despite the variable styles present, nothing seems out of place. Thank you to the hundreds of Yelp users who shared their photos. It is also important to mention that Trick Dog has 4 stars after nearly 800 reviews. Now, for the rest of the video, we will explore Trick Dog's rotating menus from the past because these menus are, in my opinion, the most extraordinary thing about Trick Dog. Every 6 months, a new drink menu is introduced. These menus capture the creativity of some of the most talented bartenders and designers in the world. They also take advantage of the uniqueness of San Francisco in order to stand out as a bright spot in a city already full of color. Speaking of color, Trick Dog's first menu was called Pantone. As you can see, it is based on real shades of Pantone paint. The menu itself is built like a paint sample book, and because of its size, the bar found that many patrons would try to steal the menu by putting it in their back pockets before walking out the door. The next menu to be introduced was called Records, and as you can see, is based on real records from days gone by. These were intentionally made bigger so that they would be harder to steal. Next came Horoscope, with a drink that corresponds with each astrological sign. This rotation was particularly popular. Here we have Tourist, where each drink is named for and designed around an iconic site in the city of San Francisco. Chinatown was built like a menu at a Chinese restaurant with numbered drinks to correspond with authentic Chinese names. San Francisco's Chinatown is one of the most famous in the world. 2016 calendar was a hit, with every drink represented by an adorable furry friend in an outfit themed to fit the month and the drink. Top Secret preyed on the public's fascination with conspiracy theories. As you can see, Elvis sighting features Bananas Foster liqueur, which should make the king himself proud. Election was a fun menu that is reminiscent of American political history old and young. Each drink in murals was designed around and represented by a real mural painted on walls and doors in the city. This is another way that Trick Dog celebrates the culture of San Francisco. Rhymes With is Trick Dog's spin on Dr. Seuss's wacky, colorful children's book characters. I would say they nailed it. This menu inspired an entire actual children's book that is for sale on the bar's website. TDA, also known as Trick Dog Airways, named each drink for a famous airport around the world. Cookbooks is designed like a kitschy vintage cookbook with the Sears Portrait Studio vibe to seal the deal. Finally, 13 is a nod to the bold and beautiful Americana style of tattooing. Personally, I am in awe of the creativity behind these rotating menus. If Trick Dog is able to continue creating their unique masterpieces, the bar will never be out of fashion. Hopefully this video presentation has given you a sense of what makes Trick Dog so special. Trick Dog is about magic. Trick Dog is about style. And ultimately, Trick Dog is about fun. Thank you.